out.
Did you notice when Henry started talking that he was going to predict he was talking about the hope of North America, his voice just gave out in the middle of the sentence?
Yeah, it's a bit revealing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just didn't really believe it. His soul was fighting him for it.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to have hope. This is going to be a tough game. Obviously, someone going home. Misfits, I think people expect them to be in a different position than this based on their opponents. I think we all expect them to be able to beat, like, you know, Space Soldiers or have some kind of maybe 2-1 at the moment at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think Yanko's point is actually very well structured. You know, some of the mistakes they were making yesterday were pretty obvious ones. Like, they were sort of silly mistakes, some of them. You know, they would have the man lead, and then they would throw away by sort of running into a bomb site without checking corners. And there'll be some strange stuff. So I actually think, yeah, that's something you can change from one day to the next.
Yes, I mean, certainly because if no other reason, Sean, one of the better in-game leaders we've had in North America in history, would have his team better drilled. But this is, I think they're going to get tested on an individual level, certainly here with guys like Buster and Jame. I mean, there's some talent on this Avantgarde team, and we've seen them have some very close games just based off how good individually they are. So not an easy test here for Misfits, even if they are on cash. And starting on the CT side, I think a lot of people would say, I mean, I know if you go over to like the North American pug scene, like Cash is a T-sided map, at least in the pugs.
No, and I think it can be even at a professional level. We've seen it many times before that the terrorist side ends up picking up the majority of the rounds, and still, it might not quite be enough once you get to play the CT side. Here it comes, Misfits versus Avantgarde's Day 4 here at the E-League Major, and it's the first game. So if you're just joining us, you're right on time. It's going to be a very long day, so we want you to, you know, hang out with us and just have a good time the whole day. What is it, like 11 best of ones in today? So
11 best of ones, and look at this aggression. There's a switch up. Props to Crizin, and there's Buster trading it out, but Sick with a great shot. Falling back, closes that out. Now two players on the CT side on Highway, trying to get back into this A-bomb site.
Not sure there's no kit on anyone right now. Sean will get a great headshot on Kicker there. That's going to be very important. Demersic and Jame are now left, and the bomb is actually not planted very well for Demersic at all. He's right on the corner, so they can defuse it from the other side. He's got a lot of work to do. Sean coming in with a triple headshot. All of them with the USP, picking up the round. Well, then, if you're going to win this game in your Misfits, if Sean can hit
those shots,
yeah, those shots, even, you know, in just 1 out of 4 rounds, that's enough.
I mean, not even that, but you Sick falling back in mid and getting that one tap on the boost. But certainly, Sean, impressive stuff out of him. Mentioned that, you know, he was frustrated with the game he played yesterday. Obviously, coming in focused today early in the morning, and they're already woken up. Those are some great shots to win that pistol round.
I think actually the bane of Sean's career has, throughout the whole of his global offensive career, has pretty much been that whenever things go south for his team, he has to put all of his efforts into trying to sort of outcall whatever is going wrong, and then his individual level just completely drops off. I mean, there's no one's saying that he's a star player, but I think he, you know, when things go bad, his performance gets even worse, which is, I think, as a result of just, you know, trying to sort of help the team out from a captaining perspective.
Yeah, that's probably fair. The mental stress has a big impact on your play.
Yeah.
Well, Buster's got a deagle, and he's been perhaps the most exciting player to watch with a deagle in these past 3-4 days. So keep our eyes on him. He's been a phenomenal revelation as a player.
Yeah, it's been wonderful just watching him, and hopefully Misfits will respect it and realize that, listen, let's just go and peek. There's no point in fighting early on. Don't give him the opportunity. Set up situations where you can trade the frags if anything happens, and then just buy time.
You can see there's only one flashbang on Avantgarde as well, so it'd be interesting where they decide to use that at the moment, allowing these deagles to kind of probe, get information, go for some picks. And there's a peek here. There's a stack on this box, but there was a real possibility for Buster there. Great job by Shazam, and now Krizen's going to be the next one out. Shazam is dinked. He's got to fall away. 14 HP on him. Devaduvek changed position. There's the flashbang, completely blind. Good kill. Going for more, but he can't land that shot onto Sick.
Could have definitely worked out. He had the opportunity there, but not this time. Kicker looking for it, but he's not going to be able to pick it up. So 3 versus 4 now, and they're starting to gravitate towards the B bomb site where only Sean is in the corner. He does have this T set up and running, so could do a lot of damage. There's a Molotov to try and buy some time, and it's just absolutely perfect. Sean coming in with 2 good headshots, and he's going to get a chance to reload thanks to the Molotov. Looking for more. Sean gets absolutely in the house now. Triple kill again for him. I have to assume that's a great start for Misfits. Just him personally looking a lot more alive. 6
kills, getting started with some confidence. That's very nice. And now he's going to have he drops an AWP over to Shazam. They know what the plan in the first round. This is likely going to be a buy. Great patience by Sean, pouncing at the right moment. Good long range headshot. 2-0. But it's going to be an early test. And actually, I mean, with the purchase of the deagles and some of the utility, there's not a whole lot of utility on the Avantgarde side. You can see just 2 flashbangs, 2 smokes, one of each is going to be used right now for this mid control. They're going up against this AWP. Shazam's going to have a chance here.
Almost. Now he's going to be very careful. If he's scoped up too much and they jump on top of him, who knows what will happen. A little bit exposed. He's not too worried. He has no backup in the middle, so if they start to run him down, it's not like anyone can come in from mid to help him out. He's going to have to try and get all the way back up highway alone. Some shots ringing out. He misses that one, and Kristen takes him down. No hesitation there, so big opening here for Avantgarde.
That's tough for Shazam. Wanted to go for it. That's a big piece of the puzzle. That's mid-control loss as well. Amanek is actually trapped, and the tough part is with Krizen and Vence, he realizes that he doesn't really have a safe way to fall back. There's a timer on this, and he's trying to make it, and he just finds that 1 second that he could get away. A lot of pressure coming, spam through the smoke. Krizen spots one up top. That's Sean. He's here. He's having a good game so far, but his teammate has fallen. Now he's at a headshot angle, and Demasik trying to land it. Sick is finally here for the rotation, but Sean is eliminated eventually. Remember, there's no smoke to cross as well.
Sick pushing in behind his own smoke. That's very bold, but they're actually boosting up into the vent with Buster, trying to make sure that there's no flank coming. He's going to be called at the wrong time. He goes down, but can't get the follow-up. Devadovic almost getting that perfect timing, and now Sick, this isn't easy. If he rotates out, and he will, Demasik will hear those steps. So they know everything right now, Avantgarde, that they need to. Look at him tracing the audio source through the wall. Definitely what you want to be doing. And he was coming in long-range spray, and that's going to be the kill. Well played for Avantgarde in that late stage.
Definitely, especially because as a team, you know, we talked about, the Desk has talked about, everyone kind of knows that, you know, a lot of the ways they've been winning is that individual talent they have on this team. But that showed some great composure at the end. I mean, this was a long, drawn-out fight into the B bomb site, and it's very easy to get lured into just continuing to push forward. You're running out of utility. I think even Demasik picked up that smoke that he used to cross at the end. But I mean, the idea to pause, to reboost back into vents and go outside and still have the presence to check your flank and everything, that shows a good level of coordination, a good level of communication. So Misfits gets broken early.
The peaks that are coming out from Avantgarde are so dedicated. There's no hesitation when they turn those corners. It's absolutely delightful to watch. Gonna get some kills in the middle here against the pistols of Misfits. They just did not have the money to continue the buy, which is not surprising.
When you're a team like Avantgarde, and even like Vegas Squadron as well, because they have the same thing, right? Like, they're supremely confident. It's basically all you have to win is you have to just be confident and take the fights and just win it. So that is cool to see and not shy away from it on the big stage. Amanek, the last one remaining. No deaths for Avantgarde. They've done quite nice. Keep 5 players alive, build up that money. It's 2-2. And Misfits going to have another buy coming out if they'd like to. I think Devadovic, Shazam, and Sean, though, might be a little low, but they're going to drop the AWP over and go for it.
It is kind of an interesting phenomenon. I don't know if there's a corollary to it in regular sports, but, you know, just this idea that until you have your first big success where you really sort of make the breakthrough, you are very confident, and some players seem to sort of, it only happens, like the doubt only sets in once they've had those big wins. Then they, you know, start to become a little bit more self-conscious or whatever it may be that forces them to play a bit more carefully. But as long as you're at the Avantgarde stage, it's just great to watch. I love watching this kind of Counter-Strike, and right now they're in a good spot.
I've referenced it a couple times, actually. Hold the thought. There's going to be a run boost here. James jumping over. He finds Shazam. That's beautiful. Yeah, we'll get that on the replay when the round is over. And with that kill, Smoke going to go down. Molotov towards the back of Checkers. Sean's been there once or twice. And I think Misfits has to save. James got to be careful, though. He's watching the flank alone with an AWP.
We didn't see it, but I think Shazam is going to need a minute. I mean, he's going to need to take a deep breath after that one. That is very rough. James taking out Sean Guess. I'm not sure why they're throwing more rifles. Definitely not needed right now. Just stay back and hold on to what you got. I mean, you really feel outplayed when you get taken out by a run boost.
And remember, that's, I mean, if you look back to the previous round where he went for that peek in mid and then just got, he missed his shot and got, you know, bodied by Krizen. That's a couple of rounds right there that is going to have Shazam feeling a little bit silly. Some kills at the end here, but they can't lose these rifles. Buster should probably go for this. I'm not sure why they're so close to the Avantgarde players at the moment. No chance of winning, and that's just going to take another rifle away. He's going to go for more. It's Amanek, who's low HP, who can't really fight at all whatsoever. So, good round from Avantgarde, and we'll get that run boost, certainly. Ooh. Banged out, we call that.
Absolutely. 3-2, Avantgarde winning 3 in a row here. Misfits saving 2 rifles, and that's pretty much what they have to fight with here. So things are looking great for Avantgarde early on. They're getting the good fights, and they're winning the duels right away. So you can't really ask for more. Question is, what are Misfits going to do? Maybe not so much in this round, but in the upcoming one where they have rifles again. Well, maybe in this round as well. A little bit too much pressure there. Sean with the C-set, Shazam with the Deagle. Now they're still pushing here. Sean will go down, but they're going to completely catch Prison. He's no idea what's going on. Now James gets one, but he can't follow it up, and that's the bomb down Buster in a 1 versus 3. And he's all the way across the map. I mean, surely, Moses, there is no way.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Shazam's just gonna, well, he's actually gonna stick around and maybe fight a little bit, gets a tag at the deagle, and yeah, definitely now. He's just got not enough HP to take these fights. Avangard going a little too quick and obviously taking their mind away. We talked about the focus early on. This time they're caught off guard by the flank from Door, so nice aggressive play from Misfits. Avangard doesn't see it coming whatsoever. Too many losses early on to really recover in that round.
That was sort of relentless aggression. I mean, they got the first 2 kills. They still kept pushing into the squeak door, and they just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I actually feel like some of Sean's team, and Misfits is one of them, but I think even in the past, have actually had trouble letting go. Like, they seem to almost, you know, sort of tighten their grip even more when things go bad, you know?
Yeah, it's very much like, you know, trust in the system, trust in the call, and kind of, you know, go through all the motions and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to change that up, though, when you have, like, as you got younger players, right? You have Sick now, you have these 2 French players coming over from the European scene where naturally the style's a little bit looser.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think if Sean can add sort of that level to his role as a captain and in-game leader to sort of sometimes say, okay, listen, you know, the plan has not been working for, you know, 6 or 7 rounds, so let's try something else. That'd be very interesting, I think.
Yeah, it's also the desperation. Remember, they only came into this with, what, 2 rifles, the M4 and the FAMAS?
Yeah, and I mean, then you almost just have to try and roll the dice and see what happens. Scoreline is 3-3, and we're moving into the 7th round, so pretty early days, all things considered. Nobody's really building up any kind of big economy. I guess Buster has like 5,000 in the bank, so that's pretty good, but that is by far and away the most. So, yeah, it's too soon to tell. No one's really taken over the game yet.
More quick play out of Avangard. This time just a quick boost up to watch for a push in mid. Quakert's gotten into A main with Jame backing him up. It's only Shazam there. Oh, look at this from Buster. This is really cool. Oh, no, Amanek has the angle. That was a very cool idea from Buster. Unfortunately, doesn't pan out for him. That's a big piece of the puzzle for Avangard taken out early on, so now Misfits with a big advantage here, and they've got mid control. They've got 3 players here.
Oh, another run boost coming in with the AWE from Jane, but he's looking the wrong way. He could have easily gone down. There was a player, Shazam, up on that red container, so that could have been very dangerous. I still actually love it. Walking through smokes, run boost with the AWP. I mean, this is definitely exciting.
So going to be a boost here. Now, they're both pushing at the same exact time, and Demasic's going to win it. Now, are they going to let Sean get away? He's under a lot of pressure. He's got no backup here, and they obviously know that someone else has pushed up mid. How does this work for Demasic? He's going to go for it. The bullets ring out. Sean's trying to get away. Trying to be just aggressive enough to cover his retreat, and he makes it.
That's a very good job indeed. Do have the double boost. Demasic falls off, and it looks like they're going to gravitate now towards the A bomb site. Devaduik and Shazam have sort of a crossfire, but it can be broken. Are they really going to do it again? This is just their favorite thing, isn't it? There's the jump and the follow-up. Not going to catch anyone. The flick not connecting either. And now they're going to try and push through. Devaduik dropping the bomb and almost getting a second kill. Shazam goes down. And now 2 versus 3 here with 8 seconds left. If only they had... Well, they have 2 Molotovs. If they put one of them down on the bomb, that could be very interesting. 3 seconds. The bomb will be planted. Grenade is a little bit too late. Prison pushing up, and that's dangerous behind that box. He's going to go down immediately to Amanek. I think he may have slightly lost his mind then. Demasic and Jame now 2-on-2.
Now, what's he done there? He's given an easy one up. Thank God Jame has this angle. There's the shot. There's the hit. Sean's down, and Amanek's the only one left, and Demasic's going to find him. Yeah, these run boosts are quite nice, and if you're Misfits, one of the things you have to be worried about is one player for this team who's been so consistent throughout this event is Shazam, and he's being really put out of his game at the moment. Jame has his number first with a run boost, an awkward peek in mid-1 round, and then this time he just gets caught, not able to re-peek to help his team. 4-3 in Avangard. They survived that early loss of Buster. Jame having a good game, so is Demasic.
Yeah, they're just doing a great job at the moment. Misfits, their economies all the time struggling. AWP back on Shazam, but 2 people with the CSET 75 and really no utility to speak of here on the CT side. So could we be seeing more risks coming in? I would love that. Maybe Misfits should employ some run boosts of their own, you know?
It's the run boost that's deciding the game.
Listen, if I got killed from a CSET 75 run boost, I'd just quit the game.
Did you ever watch the old like 1.6 Pub Masters video?
Yeah, yeah.
This match could be like the CSGO Pub Masters of just like run boost peaking everything.
Yeah, is there going to be a helicopter in here somewhere as well?
Probably.
Well, they do have a setup that can work here, I feel like. If Amanek can stay alive and maybe get one kill, then the rest of the backup is not that far away.
Well, the hard part is he's playing retake, right? So he's not even going to get that kill, and I don't think he can really fight this. That nade could do it. Oh, it brings Quackard very, very low. Sean's in here. If this bomb gets planted with them out not getting a kill, though, it's kind of like you might as well just save your weapons.
Yeah, that's a decision that they might have to make, and luckily for them, they do pick up a kill, and Amanek's going to take down Kickert as well, so who knows? 3 versus 5, a lot of grenades have been spent for Avantgarde, just trying to keep them back, and they're a little bit scared right now, it seems. Bomb is going to be planted, but not really in a great position either. In fact, I'm not really a fan of this at all. Why not plant for Checker? Now, if Krisen goes down, the rest can't really get in there and stop the bomb from being defused, so this could be a really big mistake here from the T-side. We'll see if that's how it's going to play out. 3 versus 5, and now they're trying for the retake. Already Amanek taking down James. Krisen is going to be dropped down. Demon Sick out there. He loses the fight to Sean, but even if he had won it, what was he going to do from out there?
They took far too many losses at even just trying to get into the bomb site. They didn't, like, Buster didn't need to die, didn't need to make that play in mid quite yet. They hadn't even planted the bomb. He's there to prevent people from getting in towards vent. Doesn't need to swing out into mid. Amanek's able to find one after they'd already forced him back. Yeah, see, this is, you don't need to do this. Come through smoke in mid. There's no reason for that. The bomb wasn't planted. That's a spam through smoke. So fortunate on one regard for Misfits, but now they just have so many bodies that Amanek can afford to take that risk. And he catches one with a nade out.
Just great play individually, and also good timing there for Misfits. Tying the scoreline back up at 4-4, and again, everybody's economy is in a strange place, although now we have the double up setup. They stole one of them from James, so we'll see how that works out. Obviously exciting. It does give you so much more space to work with, and here's the run boost again. Oh my god, James coming in, and he almost catches the angle a little bit further, and he would have been there, but now Amanek, does he have the advantage? James, does he walk right into? He's ready and waiting for it. It's going to be Buster going down. Amanek simply outplaying them positionally.
He hasn't experienced the run boost yet, so yeah. And Buster's having a really tough game, which if you want to highlight Shazam, you know, having a frustrating start, Buster as well has got nothing done, and Amanek's being great with this AWP. 2 kills for him. That's the whole B presence for Avantgarde. And 6 swinging out. He's brought down low, eventually taken out by Quackert. Mid control goes to Avantgarde, but can they recover from a 3 versus 5? They're not a whole lot of utility. They've run out, essentially. Krisen has a flashbang and a CZ. This is the push, though. If they can catch this guy off guard, if Amanek falls here, they'd have a chance, but he's already got the angle. He's got 3 kills. He's going to go for a 4th.
Just creeping in, almost getting that shot. Still a 2-on-3, and still with about 30 seconds left. Oh, you see the Limasic caught out in the open. He's still in that fight somehow. Goes for another one and takes down Sean. 25 seconds, and he has to run back out to try and pick up the bomb. And this is so tricky. When he gets back in, how can he actually get onto the site without Shazam spotting him? That's the real problem here. He is just lurking up, and Shasam's taken a very defensive position. He does pick up a Molotov, just going to run back onto the site with the pistol out, and no bomb plant. AWP saved. A little bit of a
BM there at the end, would you say?
That.
Yeah, a little spray on the body. Almost Avantgarde's able to recover, but Amanek's being stellar so far. He's 12-5. Some of the young French players really putting in a good effort in this event so far, and just for Misfits in general in the past few months.
Yeah, Amanek has gone way off. He's 12-0-5, so he's doing a fantastic job at the moment. Can they keep this up? Avantgarde, they've been pretty good at keeping the Misfits economy low. I mean, that was a one-on-one towards the end, so even though they have to save themselves here, which is a bit annoying, if they just get like 2 or 3 kills in this round, that's still great.
That's what you want. James going to be at the door with the P250. He's opened it up, and he's the only one who really has any chance of taking a duel. And Eagles made its way out mid, and Devaduvek almost gets caught. Not aware of that. Molotov is going to force Krisen out, but one shot towards Shazam in mid could have rang true, and there's the peek, and there's the instant kill. Devaduvek coming back to fight even with 20 HP.
Yeah, not scared at all, apparently. Buster hasn't had the same impact with the Deagle or any other weapon for that matter. He's had a bit of a rough time, even if the rest of his team have been doing pretty good. So it could just be the map, or maybe just a day with a slow start. Who knows? Not much he could do from this point out, in this round anyway.
Again, it's all about the 2 kills, the 3 kills. Whatever you're feeling at the moment, Buster. Get on the board.
Yeah, it's slowly peeking his way in. Shoulder peeking it out, looking for Sick. He's going to get the shot in, but not a kill. And Devadubik, triple in spite of having 20 health. That's not bad. So what's the change for Avant-Garde? Because I feel like Misfits are starting to figure out how this T side works for them. I
think maybe you pick up the pace a little bit. Yeah, I think you could go for more mid control and try and peer into the A bomb site with that mid control. They've had a couple rounds over towards B. Essentially, they need to stop. I mean, Amanek needs to get put down to a certain degree, right? You need to put him back in his place so he's not feeling so confident. I'd like to see something a bit more aggressive out of them, faster, get into a bomb site more confident, play the post plant properly, would be nice.
Yes. Yeah, that was very unstructured, the way that they actually got the bomb down, but just had no way to stop it from being defused. Very confusing. Looks like we have a... What is happening in the 8 bomb site right now?
3 players going for some kind of a boost.
Why did it take 3 of them?
I don't know. They're North American, so that might explain it. Quaker's taking down Amanek. Sean Garrison. Oh, that is a sick shot. Great job from Sean. A huge flick just to get 1 pick off there into the site, but he's at least got them equalized into a 4-on-4.
Grenade gonna do a little bit of damage to James. Still tricky situation here for Misfits. They need a decisive return into the round, and there's the Molotov from Shazam. James, he couldn't get out. That is unacceptable. Now 3 versus 4, and Avant-Garde, they had such a good start to this round. They need to follow it through. Sick is right on the other side of that smoke. Prison waiting, hoping, but he's gonna go down. The random spam comes through. Devadubik taking down Buster, and now Kick is the only one left. 1 versus 4, and he's gonna get 1 kill. The bomb is waiting, but just Sam will take him down, and that will be it. That flick from Sean, I mean,
yeah.
Are we sure it's him playing?
Someone else is at the PC, swapped it with the teammate using different names. Yeah,
I'm so impressed.
It's still, come on now, Avant-Garde, with these post plants. Like, why are you playing behind the smoke? That's like, there's no reason to take that risk when you have crossfires set up. I know he wants to have presence inside the site, but if you have a good location, don't just crouch against the wall. That's just exposing yourself to danger for no reason before the retake occurs. Just losing some battles, some easy battles that they should be winning.
Yeah, standing in the fire for a long time.
That never goes well for anyone, does it?
Definitely not a good idea. Ooh. Yeah, gotta be very careful. I love the feature of this map right here. So just the fact that Kick hit that shot on Sick, when the smoke disappears, unless he's cleared his decals, there's going to be blood on the wall. So even if he doesn't get a kill, he'll actually know that someone tried to boost there. So that's why you want to do that every once in a while. Just take a shot through it and then check if there's blood on the wall behind you, because then you're going to know it. Unless you're like me and you religiously clear all the decals all the time, which is a bad idea.
Well, in this situation, if he sees the decal and he believes there's a boost, he's going to be in for a bad time, because he's going to be looking up and there's going to be no one there.
Yeah,
but just get killed.
Just check it, tell your teammates, or spam it. You can shoot at that boost from out here, and nobody ever does it, Moses. It's driving me crazy. I put a video out about like a year and a half ago. No one does it.
You actually do sound like you're going a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's driving me mental.
I didn't actually know you could do that. Cool.
Yeah, well, check it out. James ready for it again. Sick. He's on the other side. Oh, there's going to be a smoke. It's cancelled out. I was getting ready for it. This is like the Avant-Garde circus at this point.
Yeah, I love it.
When are they going to get a rope and swing into a bomb site?
There used to be that strategy. I remember seeing it. It's debatable on how successful it is, but you could actually run boost from a main into the bomb site, into like back towards quad. People would do that once in a while, just try it out through the smokes and everything. It was cool. Great shot from Devadubik, good trade from James, and even better from Buster, who gets 2 of his own. Sean's here, but he's shut down. Buster's arrived. 3 kills for him.
That is very good news, obviously. So no crazy tricks this time, just winning easy battles there at Fork, at the bomb site. Now Shazam has to try and save this AWP. They do have a lot more money now. Shazam has 11,000 at the end of this round going down with the AWP, so he can just buy a drop for a teammate for Sean, probably, who has about 2,200 or 2,800. So yeah, Bit of a shame here for Misfits. They just could not win the fights early on, and after the first guy went down, they sort of trickle into the bomb site one at a time, right? And also, if you notice, there's no stopping Avant-Garde, right? Like, there could have been a flash coming up from, say, Highway or something, just to put a hold to it, so that more backup could get there, but they sort of end up fighting one at a time, which you don't want to do.
Oh, yeah, that second player caught out in the open right by the truck and everything, and then Sean coming up Highway just a little bit uncoordinated, and Buster's going to love those fights at the very least.
Yes.
Molotov out from Quaikert, put out by the Molotov, but he should be able to hear this now if they make a noise.
They're double boosting.
Why have they done this? Oh, this is a...
Actually, this could be the ultimate mind game, because if you get Dubik here, he's going to be the first one spotted. If you get him, then you're not going to look for a second player. There's no way ever that you would do that. So you probably just get killed completely. If you even get there. Why is Sean such a god today? He just like pushes up mid on his own, finds one kill, and falls back. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Apparently he also was very sick yesterday and did not have a good time. There it is. They actually took Amanek, but as you can tell, Quickhead not ready for it. It's going to be going down instead. James did find Sean Gare, so it's still a 3-on-3. Anybody's round here. James opening up into Checkered, and the bomb is dropped all the way back there in useless room, so we'll see what happens. I don't believe Prison has been spotted, and there's just a dry peek from James and a dry peek from Buster as well. That's not going to go very good at all, is it? Going in dries. Terrible idea. Yeah. Shazam just going absolutely wild in that bomb site. Prison now in a 1 versus 3. About 30 seconds. I'll see what he can do coming out mid. Six not really watching the A bomb site, so there's a chance that he could get in, at least get a bomb plant. If he's able to find a kill onto Six, then obviously he'd have time to get into some post plant in a 1-on-2, which would be nice, but no concept of where his opponents could be. It's actually pretty smart from Misfits altogether. I think Sick actually heard the footsteps now. He's been brought down to 48. They've got the intel. He will get the plant. Sick's going to rush in. Going to try and get him before he can react, and that's exactly what happens. Nice aggression from Sick. It's going to be an 8th round for Misfits. They're really playing a much better game than they have, I think, up until this point in the tournament, Misfits. This is encouraging, I would say. Yeah. Because to me, when they showed up in the first 3 days of this tournament, I was sort of thinking, wow, this Misfits project almost has been a little bit of a waste of time, you know? Like, that was honestly my feeling about it. But now I can sort of see what the point is. Like, this is definitely way more encouraging. Early days still, I mean, nothing's been decided yet. Avant-Garde still have more than just a foot in the game. So don't want to rule anything out here, but just from their point of view, it's looking better. Yes, I mean, certainly, and it's something we've seen. The Misfits that we've seen at this event so far has not been the Misfits that has kind of impressed at some of the other events they've been to towards the end of last year. So yeah. That's been disappointing in one regard, but we all know the potential is there. It has been a long project in the making, hasn't it? I'm trying to think of when the Frenchies were brought over. It has been a while ago, right? And I mean, Sean and Shazam have been sort of a little duo that have sort of been sticking around. Yeah, they played together in Cloud9 way back when, and then they obviously played together in Echo Fox for some time. So yeah. No, I'm happy to see that this is at least making sense now. Early Molotov just to stop the boost, and indeed it does. There were a couple of people wanting to get up there. This is the 14th round, so nearing the end of the first half. Let's see what happens. The money not looking all that great for Avant-Garde, so in their minds they're thinking, please let's get some early fights. You know, fight in the middle somewhere would be great, so we don't have to actually try and sort of smoke our way onto a side, because we don't really have any smokes. Well, one. Oh, and Shazam's going to love that. An Alper does not like to have a smoke in front of him, so Shazam should be able to have a field day if they come out mid whatsoever. There's only one smoke on the entire Avant-Garde team. And yeah, they're just gonna have to choose somewhere and hit it. They can't go for that kind of map control style move up to hit and execute, and that's their one smoke right there. So what do they do with it? They walk out boost. That's an easy kill for Shazam. He's gonna love that. He adjusted perfectly to the smoke. He just jumped up on the sandbags instead and had the vision that he needed. Now they need to get rid of him. They do actually have a Molotov, so Kristen, just get him in here and put the Molotov on Shazam, and he's gonna be in trouble instead. They try and go and fight him quick. It's gonna go down. Shazam with a little bit of backup there. Devin Dubik is over at the highway, so now their attention is split, and that's a big problem. 4 versus 3 here. Sean does go down to Buster. Krisen, can he get into play? Can't really catch Shazam here. Oh, that is a really good kill. That's huge. That's going to force the rotation. James has the bomb. He's going over towards A.
Crizin just needs to stay alive. One more kill would be obviously perfect, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Does he want to bail out towards that A bomb site? The drop down vent, that's too early to find that kill.
They don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, they're going to find out soon enough, and James in a really tough spot.
No, there we go. Detectives at work. They've realized, wait, there's supposed to be a sound, and it wasn't there. Now he's in the middle waiting. James is some kind of genius. He's actually backstabbing the whole team. The timing is perfect. They didn't see him. He's going to get the kill, but now they can just run onto the site. It's out in the open, but oh my god, this is unreal. 3 seconds for the defuse. James, you've got to move fast for this. 1 second, and he goes down to sick. I'm so sad. That was everything I wanted out of a round of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that was very cool idea. Like
if they hesitate just a little bit.
If Crizin was able to hold on just a bit longer at that B bomb site, that very much could have worked. It's unfortunate that he wasn't able to the drop down vents, but this is the thing. You have one smoke and you drop it in mid, right? And you just walk out boost. Mid is not the appropriate place to go when you only have one smoke to use.
No, especially because, I mean, Shazam just sort of circumvented it easily, but either way, he could have also just sort of stayed there. Like, it didn't really apply that much pressure onto him, so that's a little bit unfortunate. 15th round, though. UMP, AK, CC75s. 3 of them. Can we finally see the CSAT run boost? I feel like that would break someone's morale. I think
it would break Richard's morale. You heard him yesterday in the green room. He was not having a good time watching CZ kills.
No, he's on full tilt for that gun now.
I saw him even wearing a clown wig this morning.
Might want to keep an eye on him, in fact.
Yeah. The machine seems to be breaking down with our host, and Buster's now going to move his way in through the smoke, jumping through, and Sean's waiting on the other side, so is Shazam. And they're all falling. This is a solid defense from Misfits. They're going to likely get their 10th. James and Crizin with CZs, the last 2 left. And not long for this world. 10-5 for Misfits.
Well, listen, you can't call Buster the coward, right? The call was made. Listen, Buster, you're going through that smoke. On the other side, highway truck, usually it's going to be like 2 or 3 people there, and you're going right through, mate, with the UMP. And he's just like, yep, I am doing that.
Yes, I will.
I love it. I mean, that's, you know, it was a little bit crazy, but there was no hesitation at all, so I like seeing that. Second round is going to be coming up now. Avantgarde on the CT side, and Misfits with 10 rounds now going to be playing the T side. I feel like that's a really solid lead. I do think that their T side is going to be good.
It's not just about the lead, it's about, I mean, 2 things for me stick out. Obviously, Sean having a really nice game so far, 13 kills. So is Devaduvek and so is Amanek. So in terms of your 2 French players that you've brought over who you've kind of been molding and giving experience, they're playing very, very well. And then also when you look at Avantgarde, they haven't really been on top of their game in terms of their decision making. Buster, who's been the shining point for this Avantgarde team throughout this event so far, has been very quiet.
Yes. And we should point out, one of these 2 teams is going home, so you really want to keep the pressure up here.
That's right. Losers walk, as we used to say on the playground.
Wow. It's a bit rough, especially all the way from Atlanta. Well, look at this. It's a retake from Avantgarde. Kickert is sort of there to, you know, spot it out, see what's happening. He's getting a lot of shots in on Sick, who seems to be doing some sort of breakdance on the bomb side instead of actually fighting. I'm not really sure what was going on there. Bomb has been planted. There's a lot of smoke going on. That's going to evaporate pretty soon once the rest of the team show up. That's a grenade and a half. James down to half, and he has the defuse kit. That could be very significant. In fact, that early damage, Shazam boosted up, and Buster's taken down. Headshot from him. My God, Misfits are really playing this round well so far. Where's the retake coming from? Crizin going to get one. Follow up on Shazam, and now they're stuck in this backline. Sean flashed for the moment. Devaduvek going to get one. Amanek to follow it up, and now it's a 1 versus 2. And he's trying to get away, just buying time, running up with the clock. He gets dropped, and the defuse is in. James, he's got it. What a great retake, and just an all-out battle in this bomb side. We had everything, breakdancing and headshots.
I don't know what Sick was doing. He was just staring down, jumping in a circle, like maybe to mess with his hitboxes, but I think he was expecting someone from his team to try and cover him. Yeah, this was great. Couple brilliant kills from Chris, and the 2 to open that up, just to allow the retake to even occur. And then obviously, with Misfits having a double stack here, I'm not sure if they had already shown off the boost, so they weren't trying to hide somebody, but just some good shots from Avantgarde coming in. And it's risky to play that retake strategy when you absolutely need to win that pistol round when you're down 5 to 10. That's a tough retake to pull off.
Yes, it is, and I mean it starts with 3 of your members walking into a grenade. So yeah, a lot of credit to Avantgarde for keeping that cool, which honestly seems to be a feature of this team. Quite like that. Amanek trying with the deagle over here, but not connecting just yet.
Yeah, but that's some damage, and I think Krizen might have actually snuck into checkers when he wasn't paying attention. Maybe found the timing. Playing an off angle. Ooh, now he spots out 2. Long-range spray isn't going to get any kills, but he knows what they're working with. James is close up to the boost. That's dangerous. Shazam's in the fight, and Sick is the one who finds it. A headshot. Now Krizen has to be worried because they're going to start losing control of mid, so he's going to get out of checker just so he can't get pressured from 2 angles. And Avantgarde have to rotate with these rifles. No kit, no utility. 1 flashbang left on Buster, and that's it.
Something else that worries me is the fact that Demon 6 is going to be playing with that FAMAS on the bomb site. So it's not always the best weapon to, you know, sort of spray down, 4 people coming at you. Can get a little bit tricky. 1 smoke going up there to block off Kick It, but he still gets the kill on Sick. Perfect angle to take him down, and now he's going to come and back up. So looking much better right now. They do get a little bit of damage in on each other. Ultimately, it will be a 1 versus 2 here. And Devaduik could get the bomb down if he just runs for it here. He's waiting, looking for the headshot, and he's going to get it on Krizen. Oh my god. Buster at the same angle. And almost able to get the timing down perfect there. He's going to be sneaking in. Well, Devaduik finally gets the bomb down. And he's not quite sure about the angle. Now he realizes 1 more headshot is all that's needed. He's already got the double. He's going to try for 1 peek. And 1 more chance, and Buster will take him down. So very close rounds here early on, but they do go to Avantgarde.
That is a deadly round if you're Avantgarde. That's Misfits flying up Deagles with no armor, and now they get a 2nd plant out of it. This is going to be a very strong buy for Misfits, going into a very weak round in terms of utility for Avantgarde. So dangerous situation. Avantgarde and a real risk of losing control of this half pretty early on. That 1 kill spreads out the defense so very much.
Misfits have got to be feeling confident going in here to round number 18. AKs all around, and as you said, they've had to, sort of downgrade an M4 to a UMP just to get more grenades because they really need them.
On anyone but Krizen as well, who's got the UMP. Six leading the way with the bomb, though. He's got to be careful about dying this far out. He's going to jump right into the smoke. Krizen hears that. That's a free kill. A bit wild with the bomb there. You don't want to do that. Devaduik falls as well. Krizen's giving the team a great chance, and Quaikert's piling on. It's a 2-on-4 scenario. There's the peak. And another kill for Quaikert, and quickly it's down to Shazam. So that round that had so much utility on the Misfits side from those 2 plants, they decide not to use a whole lot of it, trying to go for a risky play and catch Avantgarde off guard. Doesn't work.
I would love to be able to go back and listen to the team speak for that round on Misfits, because to me that looked like Sick got a call from somebody over at A main or something that sort of said, like, I'm not sure if someone would have been able to hear or see someone by the fork or barrels or something. Because otherwise, just running through the smoke with a bomb first seems like absolute madness,
It does seem like madness.
It seems like, communication-motivated push. Someone says, no, there's not even there's 1 in Squeak, so they would have no way of knowing.
I think the strategy is designed. I think that's one of the rounds where, like, the theory of your tactic doesn't quite meet up with the reality. It seemed like they were throwing some utility. I think Shazam was throwing some utility from A main to kind of get the attention and hopefully pull a rotate away. And then Sick would kind of jump to that smoke and have a free kill on someone not looking at him. Didn't work out that way, obviously. Speaking of which, Shazam sees 3 Avantgarde players just rush right into A main, and he's going to give up that fight. Now, Avantgarde has to be very cautious and not lose the same amount of weapons they did last time they're going up against upgraded pistols and deagles. You need to build this economy, and these are the rounds you do it in.
Yes, absolutely. They're not that far away from equalizing the score. 10-8. I'd be pretty confident if I could start to have a strong economy so you could continue the buys. Definitely, James has been doing a good job AWPing on this team in the past, so we'll see if it can continue. Misfits are hoping for, it almost looks like a flank right now in the middle. Both Sean and Amanek are sort of trying to spot for that. Maybe expecting that someone would be aggressive. Luckily for Avantgarde, nobody is. Instead, it's going to be an A push eventually. That they have the smoke. They could probably get onto the side and get the bomb down.
Yes, and I think if you're Avangard, you're fine with them getting the bomb planted since their losing bonus is built up enough to where it's not really going to have too much impact. Just want to play it safe, not lose too many players, not give up any rifles. Demasik rotates over towards quad just to get into the site. One smoke. Meant to get some counter utility use. Sean's going to use his now. That's so they can cross over from highway. Doesn't block off Jame though, and he's got one kill to start things out. Damage, there goes Demasik. That's their site presence, so the bomb can get planted here. Amanek's putting it down as we speak, and enough pressure has been applied to let them get it. In fact, even Jame has gone down, and Quikert's at 8 HP. He's still pushing forward though.
Deep breaths here for the CT side. They got to keep that cool. Great flash. Sam can't see a single thing. So even at 8 health, he's going to pick up that win. Now trapped in the corner and trapped by the flames. It's Sean no more. And Amanek will go down to Quickert. So Quickert? I'm never sure. Krisen is going to be able to get the defuse in. So that was a very tight retake. That could have gone horribly wrong. But ultimately, 10-9. So another close round here.
Very close. That's a bit rough. More impact for Misfits on these rounds with just Deagles. Even at the end there, that could have very easily gone into a one-on-one with that Deagle shot. Quikert peeked that with very, very low HP. He could have been eliminated. He's got 105 ADR, so in a game where Buster's been quiet, 36 ADR for him and only 8 kills, it's Quikert who's really picked up the slack there. Yeah,
I think I was mentioning this yesterday. I think he's just an exciting player to watch, just from the way that he moves. I'm a big fan.
Our good friends at Epicenter have informed us it's Quickert.
All right, so like kick. All
yeah,
right.
like in the face.
Yeah, I like that. All right, we'll do our best to accommodate. All right, now double up. Buster and Jame. Shazam is one on the other side. Let's see what Misfits can do, because these 10 rounds they all got on the on the CT side. So they need to change things up and start winning some here in the second half.
Well, here's a hit. I think possibly that previous round showed them they can get into the A bomb site. The defense, the presence has been outside of the site. This is a dangerous angle for Devaduvek. Peering over towards Truck, and he's going to find an easy one. So does Sean. That was Jame. I think he wanted to make a play up highway, but Buster's found a kill with the AWP, brought it into a 3-on-3. The bomb is planted, so time is ticking down.
Kick it, moving closer. Right on the edge, very scary indeed. Smoke goes up, flash as well. Shazam can't see a thing, and the spray is in. Finally gonna get it, and now it's a 1 versus 2. Amanek is all the way out here. The bomb in front. They don't have any more grenades on that CT side now, so they need to get in and try and get on that defuse. They're gonna tap it once. Krisen, is he right at the angle? Amanek gonna go for it. There's a headshot to follow it up, and there's nobody else to take over that defuse. Kickert's alone, and he just has to run for it. What a great way to end the round if you're from Misfits there. I mean, that is such a great way to outplay them. It's
unfortunate that Avangard doesn't know where that last player is. Really good patience from Amanek to just sit there and not expose yourself, because there was actually a smoke in his view for a very long time in that retake, and Avangard, if they'd known he's there while it smokes up, they'd probably go for the defuse. Even the Molotov they threw in quad could have gone towards door, so they had the resources to really eliminate that post-plant spot from Amanek, but just no idea where he was. And that just speaks to, that's Sean. I think that's a point Yanko brought up on the desk, that there was going to be enough time, enough tools that Misfits have to really adjust, and Sean could figure out how to beat them. That's a few rounds now where they've gone to the A bomb site and realized Avangard's not playing inside of it. We can hit the execute, we can get into a post plan, and that's where they've been excelling over this opposition throughout this game.
Little boost to the middle. Now it's going to be a battle here at the B-bomb site. Amanek takes one. Krisen almost overextended, but he gets two headshots with the USP of all weapons going for more. Dima showing up, and now it's got really rough. Suddenly it's a 2-on-2. I have no idea how Krisen did that. It will be him alone on the bomb site. He does have the bomb, but surely they have the grenades to deal with this. He's very low on health now as well, and he eventually goes down to Sam, leaving them on 1 and 3 health. My God.
That's so incredibly close. That's so dangerous. Great shots from Krisen to make this a possibility. A little bit lucky, a little fortunate they line up for him, but sometimes you like that. And Sean getting that kill at the end, he had, I think, 1 HP and Shazam had 3 HP, so very, very close. Avangard almost turns that around, and what a critical time that would have been to win an eco. Op is out in James' hands. Buster and Kickert on the UMPs. At least they're taking money away from this Misfits offense, and we're going to get a tactical timeout. It looks like it's from Misfits, so they just want to calm down, discuss how to close this game out.
It's strange because we've seen some games on the first 3 days where, you know, one or the other team really managed to build up a big stack, a big economy so that they can sort of keep things rolling. Seems like nobody in this game so far has managed to do that. Everybody's poor all the time. They're all the time right on the edge of having to eco. So even at sort of 12-9, it's kind of an open game.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Look at how many defusers that have been in both halves so far. There's a lot of bomb puns, a lot of retakes. It's been kind of a high-octane game.
It really has been. I mean, and that's the tough part is it's much like all the other games that Vanguard has played. They've given themselves chances to win, right? They put themselves in good positions. It's just some of those critical mistakes that turn the rounds on their heads. That's really coming back to bite them in the end. James is boosted up to look over the smoke in mid.
Bit of a Molotov in, trying to clear out checkers, make sure no one's close by, and inside the bomb site, Krisen is holding it on with the M4. The bomb is down, he continues to spray, but he can't make it work. The Devaduvik will take him down. Now James trying to look for anyone crossing. There should be a smoke here before they do it. One grenade in, but they don't actually have one picked up right now. Flashbang instead, and James and Demasik going to be able to take down a couple of kills there. So where's the utility right now for Misfits? That might just cost them the round.
Yeah, very much could. This op is holding the line. Shazam, he might have to help out here. Slowly creeping up to watch the angle. There's a great pop flash, but I think it blinded James as well. That's unfortunate. Getting aggressive to make sure he's forced back. Misfits are going to find their way into the bomb site. But they didn't have the bomb. They're going to have to go back for it, and that proves their undoing. That's a mistake. Sean is the last one remaining in a 1 versus 3. He's got time, but that's pretty much it.
He 1-on-3 like this, the bomb is right, he knows he's in trouble and they're not going to wait for him to make a move. They missed one smoke and that was it. That was the end of the round.
Yeah, that's smaller mistakes.
Yeah, everyone watching, be warned. Remember that. Remember this round. You don't want to live through one of those.
Learn that smoke.
But that's actually what we were talking about with Misfits going into this game, that so many of their mistakes are like, they're very obvious ones, you know?
Very basic ones.
Yeah, like you review the demo of this one, you say, oh, you know, probably would have won that. James wouldn't have been able to see anything. Neither would Demasik. Really rough. 12-10, so they have a buffer. It's not the end of the world, but of course that is gonna impact the team morale. You have to assume.
Very much so. You hope that timeout, I mean, remember, they took a timeout right before that round to kind of figure things out, to make sure everyone was straightened up, everyone was focused, and obviously it's not panning out. At least in that one round. Here comes flashbangs to blind James. They want to get out, they want to punish him, and he's on the Demasix crossing over now. He was really in danger, and James on the right side of that mid choke point. They could actually punish him if he doesn't get away, and actually just in time, because here comes the flashbang and he's blinded. Gonna go for a shoulder peek just to see if he can have the information, and I think he hears the footsteps and knows what's coming. This is dangerous though. One's gonna come out of squeaky door as well, wrapping onto the bomb site. Demasix handling it perfectly. Great response, great flick back over to Highway, a 4-kill for him. Puts Avantgarde on 11.
That would look very robotic from Demasik. You love to see that. I mean, he did have the space for it, sort of a little bit of pace, a little sort of space in between each kill, but it just looked very nice. I like everything about this. Yeah, no problems.
It's very good. Another Misfits timeout. So the first one wasn't good enough. They're going to go back to it, and I think part of this is going to be, do they buy here? Because they're right on that edge.
It's been a long time, Moses, since anyone's gone for the Tech-9 rush to be bomb site. Because obviously people don't really buy the Tech-9 anymore.
Yeah, it's gone downhill, hasn't it?
So that's what I'm saying.
CZ rush?
No, I want the Tech-9s, you know? I think...
Don't say that.
Just the run and gun.
Don't do that.
Just bring it back for old time's sakes. It is actually going to be three AKs and 2 UMPs instead. So, yeah, they invest into the round. They don't want to let Avantgarde get back up and tie the game up. This could, I mean, this is a bit of a rough start. I mean, some of these teams are going to be playing potentially a lot of matches today just to try and sort of stay in the tournament.
Yes, 11 best of 1. So, yeah, these guys would have to play, what, at least
Like 2 more after
two to three more games, or 2 to 3 games today total. And one team could play 4.
My God. Well then, the booster's in, and DDR4 is up there. Kick it right in front of him. But right now, Misfits have dropped the bomb in the middle and are just waiting, hoping for an opening somewhere.
I'm not sure if maybe DDR4 thought he made a noise, but he threw that nade from boost, so the trajectory might have given him up, but then he falls off. So I don't know if that's some kind of mind games or I'm reading too much into it, but either way, he's fallen away. Misfits is going to readjust to get mid-control. They have Sick watching flanks towards A. They have Amanek watching towards B. The rotations are in for Avantgarde, even though they haven't spotted anything. They're just feeling pressure, maybe feeling the nerves. And Misfits is going to get middle for free. They have complete control of it. If they split the bomb site, Buster is in trouble. So Avantgarde needs to get back. Crizin needs to get over to that B site quickly. It's all on Buster now. He's going to rotate into the site, but I think he's going to get caught. I don't think he has a chance, and he just gets away in the nick of time.
Oh, wow. A couple of more seconds there, and it would have been. Instead, he gets the kill on Sean. A little bit of backup is coming for him. He gets one more shot, killing Sick, and there's Buster taking down DDR4, busting Shazam, and it's all on Amanek. He goes down at the end to DDR4. Sick play coming out from Buster.
How has he done that? That's unreal. What a huge play. He's been quiet throughout this game, but he shows up in a big way here. First, just barely, narrowly getting to safety, and then repeating multiple times with this AWP. That's beautiful, but the no-scope here is really the exclamation point. Finally, he buys enough time for the reinforcements to come and get that last kill. Incredible play from Buster right at the end of this match.
If they rewatch the demo of this game, Misfits, they're going to be so sad that they were so close to catching him out in the opening. It really could have worked out. Grenade is a little bit too early here. This time they will look for something like a B push. I mean, it doesn't have the Tech 9s, but I can forgive that. Buster is here at the edge, gets one shot in and trying to fall back quick. The flashbang is right in his eyes, and he's trying to get back around the corner. Crizin is there to help him out, and they're doing all the work. I mean, it's just so close all the time, but things are working out for Avantgarde. They're now up 13-12. Comeback here on the second half is very good for them.
Yeah, this is quite nice now. Looking much better, just barely. I mean, coming right back in a big way. 4 rounds straight. Misfits has to find a new answer to this. And, you know, it seemed like they wanted to go back towards that A bomb site. This is why I almost thought it was a mind game, because Misfits knows Avantgarde's been playing a retake on that A site, so they were poised to hit that A site. And I almost feel like the boost, the fact that that nade came from the boost, like, forced them away from it. They said, all right, if there's boosting, we're just going to go take control of mid.
Oh. Seems like they want to make their way through, actually boosting behind the smoke inside of A main. It is a quick trade, and somehow Sick has managed to push his way through. Crizin, how did he get that flick? And they're still going to continue the trades. Crizin is almost gone. One grenade into that corner would be all they need, but looks like they might not get it. James is going to be picking off Shazam, and now it's DDR4 flashed again, and now trapped in the corner. They know exactly where he is. He has got to get up quick before the third player shows up, and it will be James to take him down. No mercy at all. 14-12 here. Avantgarde 2 rounds away from knocking Misfits out of the major qualifier, the major itself.
Yeah, this is scary. Misfits had such a good lead in this whole game. They've got to be very worried. This is where things really get tested. All that preparation that they've done, all the different kind of things that Sean has put into place. This is where they really need to rely on that. And then forget about the pressure. You just focus on the strategies that you practice. You just focus on the tactics and your role in each specific play. But more than anything, they need someone like Amanek to get back up. They need someone like Shazam, some of these star players they've relied upon in the past few months to come alive here.
4 C-set 75s. Shazam with a deagle. That is it here. Trying to keep Avantgarde away from that match point. I mean, this is a match fitting of an elimination match, I feel like. Both these teams obviously fighting for their lives at the moment. We'll see what happens here. It looks like a setup for an eventual A execute. One good smoke here could block off both James and Kickert, so we'll see if that's going to happen. They're trying to move a little bit closer. More smoke's raining in. One on top of that container, and James is not feeling very confident. Crizin will take down Sean, though. That was in the middle, trying to sneak in. And now Kickert, if he wins this fight, that just might be it. He's ready and waiting. The spray comes through, but Shazam will take him down. A little bit overextended, and James punishes him.
They need this round. Bomb is planted. They've got to hold on. That flashbang, unfortunately, it blinded Sick as well. But he's gotten in a decent position until James spams it. That's a beautiful shot. Devajuvek spins, but he can't find the kill. This Molotov has to be everything. There's no smoke on it, but I don't think that's going to be able to buy him enough time. Almanac's got to do more. They know where he is. That's a good headshot to start things out. Can he make this happen? The defuse is on, and there's James again with the AWP. It's going to be a 15th. Misfits on the verge of going home and being eliminated.
It's a good idea. I mean, it's a bold play, trying to burn out that bomb. Maybe that would have worked, but they just had too many players there. 12 to 15, and just small mistakes here, just small inconsistencies. Sick wasn't crouched, was he?
No, did he spot the, I was going to say, did he spot the head over that box when he jumped up? That's unfortunate. Well, it's all down to this round. Shazam's got the op, 4 AKs. They have all the utility they need. Double op setup for the defense, Avant-Garde. And they've got 3 rounds to close this out.
Let's see how this goes. Kickered inside the smoke. Sean, not aware just yet. Very dangerous. The spray goes right over his face. And now he's going to fall back, so...
I'm trying to figure out what Kicker was going to... what he wanted to do.
I'm wondering if he was sort of waiting for Dimasic to throw a flashbang in for him. But,
it almost seemed like he got stuck on the wall and wasn't entirely sure where he was.
Momentary lapse. Now, just a little presence in the middle. In fact, 3 men here for Avant-Garde.
And I mean, they've thrown 2 Molotovs in that mid choke point, so Misfits have got to know that there's a presence here. Shazam going to go for the peek, and he's going to win that battle. Just slides out. James not ready for it. There is one. There is Kickered over towards Sandbags. He's fighting in a molly. Devin finds that. The peek from Dimasic gets Shazam. Krizin is chimed in as well. Sick, the last remaining player in mid, and he can only get 1. Switching out to the op. Dimasic wants to get 1 pick off as they get into the site, and he bails out of that fight. Takes some damage for it, but Misfits have got themselves in a 2-on-2.
Well, here comes Buster. He goes right into it. Sean with a headshot. Again, the hero. Now Dimasic. 1 versus 2 here to try and crush the dreams of Misfits. He's moving forward with that AK-47. The bomb has only just been planted, so he's got a little bit of time. Goes for the spray. Takes down Sean. And now 29 health. Amanek sneaking in, and he's going to get the kill on him eventually. Misfits surviving the 1 versus 1. And they're in the tournament for at least 1 more round. This is on the edge. Honestly, if I'm Misfits and I'm going middle that round, and they run into 4 people total in the middle, I'd be very mad after that. I mean, what are they doing?
I know, right? They just all rotated around. That's a great flick from Shazam to start it off, and it just never ends. It's that like relentless pressure that we've seen out of some of these CIS teams, especially Vega Squadron. But just still like throwing bodies at the problem seems to be the solution.
Well, think about how hard it is, because if you kill 2 people in middle, I mean, you probably will get a feeling on the team as a whole. If you're coming in from the T side, you get those 2 kills, you think, okay, that's it, mid sort of done. Then you kill a 3rd one, you think, well, okay, then now it's definitely done, right? And then there's just more people coming in all the time. So yeah. I can see why it could be dangerous, that you sort of, you know, you obviously want to check everything, but maybe you just sort of forget about it and say, okay, probably the last 2 must be in the bomb site somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And then they're just not. 15-13 though, 29th round coming up here. Was a tactical timeout for Avant-Garde trying to figure out how to end this game. Great comeback from 10-5 in the first half in favor of Misfits.
Absolutely, and they even ran into some struggles here in this half early on. Misfits had a good lead, so really blowing this up right at the end. And 3 players here at the A-bomb site, James, Kickert, and Dimasic. They're going for the boost. Trying to get up here quickly and silently. This time I think Dimasic's going to stay without giving up his position. This could be deadly for Misfits.
And that boost can be incredibly effective, especially if James and Kickert can sort of draw the attention away.
James and Krizin need to decide what they want to do. They've been trading spots on the map a couple times now. They finally had James and Kickert still over in this A bomb site, allowing Krizin to have the eyes on mid.
But it seems like on the other side, Misfits are also maneuvering around quite a bit. They've now boosted Shazam up. Devajuvek and Sick are still holding the same positions they had all along. Krizin Trying to get a little bit of a peek into middle just to see what's going on. Buster has got so much information over at B. He's looking quite deep into the B hallways, so that's why they can afford to have so many people over here. He's pretty much got the call coming out. Gene, a little bit of damage. Both missed the shot. Devin Dubik down to 12. Demasik gets a quick double kill before Amanek can return, and he takes Kickert with him. So trading back and forth. Chrisen is going to get one more kill. It's almost out of time for Misfits. They have 2 men left alive, and that's it. Eliminated from the tournament by Avantgarde. Misfits, I mean, they did the best that they could, but Avantgarde 10-5 comeback into a 16-13 victory. That is quite amazing.
That's absolutely awesome, and they seem to really grow throughout that game in terms of some of the mental mistakes they made in the first half. You saw them really button it down in the second half and do a very good job. Patient play, tough at the end there for Misfits. That was just like a blind counter to the strategy, right? The boost, they had 3 players in that 8 bomb site. Wasn't even a read. Misfits was just tired, quite across the map. I think the one read they had was Buster never saw anything. So it's just like, stay at A, and we'll see what happens.
I would say it's a definitely marked improvement for Misfits in this game compared to the other 3 that they played in the tournament. Yeah. But I do think their mistakes are still some that are, shall we say, sort of very obvious. Like, I think they can be fixed pretty quickly. That's the upside, but obviously downside is they can't do it at this major. So that's a bit of a shame.
That's quite a downside as well. It's a big downside.
We'll get the full breakdown when we come to the desk. That's going to be coming up right after the break, so stay with us.
Guys, let's keep positive mindset all half.
Yeah.
Keep in it.
I like that.
You got nothing to lose at this point.
Can you flash?
Is it B?
Smoke, someone flash.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go. Let's retake now. Be in.
Stick it.
Smoke. Check it. Stick it.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, Jazz. Good job. Good job.
Nice shot.
Чё, красный, типа. Экипаж.
Хорош!
Мы ждем.
Я убью.
Вышел на меня.
Хорош.
It's nice, of course. Yeah.
Reminder that the major champion stage will be in Boston between January the 26th and the 28th, and tickets are still available. Go to eleague.com/major. You can search eLeague Major Boston on Ticketmaster. Let's have a quick look at the standings. We're going to see what that does in just a moment. I'm guessing Misfits will probably want to look away when they come up. I can't believe they've lost to a Vanguard, guys. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to me that that's happened.
It would have been before the tournament started, but as the tournament progressed, I think Avantgarde has impressed. You know, I think we can put them in the same boat as Space Soldiers in a sense that it looks like they needed a period to adjust to this environment, to even more than Space Soldiers. They haven't been to any international lands. You know, the biggest tournament they attended was the CIS Minors. So in that sense, you can see how the thing that impresses me the most is the fact that they don't seem affected at all by the pressure, right? In the elimination game, sure, they're the underdog, but you know, as a player on the team, you know you have your chances, especially against a team like Misfits, and their decision-making was completely unaffected.
Misfits are the one making the blunders, and they're the ones that seem like they're affected. They had the lead, the 10-5 start, and then it all comes crashing down around them. As soon as they got on that T side, it just didn't look like it was going to work out for them whatsoever.
Henry, I don't want to ask you abstract questions because maybe you don't have any insight here, but
go on.
I'll do it anyway.
Do it anyway, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know, you saw there when we were coming in, we heard Sean Gares. He was like, "Listen, positive mindset, guy." You know, a bit of a strange introduction there. It's a must-win game. They had a few issues yesterday as well. Is there something going on in the camp, maybe?
I think they realized that what kind of players they have. They probably had experience of crumbles going on before. They obviously, we talked about the Pro League finals being fantastic for them. They want to try to maintain the mindset they had there. I think at this event, they probably had issues in the first couple of games, thinking this really hasn't gone well for us. We've got this lead right now. We can maintain the mindset we've got right now, and not we have one of those big blunders. I think he's trying to just reinforce. If a massive issue does happen, we can't let it affect us, and let's go spiral into oblivion with that one.
But yeah, it did affect them, and you know there were a couple of crucial rounds in that second half. For example, the highlight round from Buster, right? What happened earlier on in that round, Avangard boosted on A in the Shroud position, and the guy who was boosted, he actually throws an HE grenade into A main. Now, Sean, who was inside, like, if you're paying attention, he was maybe talking to his teammates, you see the angle in which the nade falls, you know the guy is up there, so you can call, like, something against that. For example, there were a couple of rounds, the round on B where they trade and they have a 4v4. They don't have a smoke for CT. Okay, like that happens sometimes later on in the round perhaps, but they were so disjointed trying to get into that bomb site. You just need to jump over together. The Opera gets one kill, he either gets traded or you get to plant the bomb in the site. They were so scared because they realized they didn't have a smoke. They were throwing some, you know, not very good flashes, and he was picking them off, and then they didn't pick up the bomb. It was just very, very chaotic, and it seemed like they were not on point individually in those high-pressure situations.
Yeah. There's one key player for me on the Misfit side that didn't really seem like show up at all. That was Sick. Like, he's supposed to be one of the upcoming talents of the team, and you'll notice that the players that are...
That spray down in the end. Ugh.
Exactly, right? There's just... You hate to see that. The teams that are operating very well at this event so far, like Cloud9, for example, when you watch their games, all 5 players looking very sharp, and the synergies there, that is the complete opposite of what we're seeing from Misfit right now. Some of the key names aren't turning up at all. You can see, like we saw in the comms there, it's something chaotic. They're not really pumped up at all. It's just trying to manage the insanity that's going on each round, and I feel like they're really struggling in this tournament, and it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what it is, but the CD side, that was okay. Like the 10-5 start, we're looking good there, but then couldn't get into that second half whatsoever. As soon as they lost the pistol, they probably started doubting themselves, thinking, oh no, it's coming in, it's happening, you know, and then, oh, there's huge blunders just didn't help out.
I think they're good. They just need more experience, right? This is, you get nervous, but you need to get into that scenario where we've been here before, and there's no reason for you to lose your cool. They definitely lost their cool in this game. Avangard didn't. They took advantage of it, and they get now not 1 but 2 more chances, Richard, at the very least, to
they
qualify for the new Legend stage.
Excellent work.
There we go.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. Misfits are out. If Danish CS is a hell of a drug, NACS is a hell of a come down. Anyway, Team Liquid are going to be trying to put that right, and we've got an interview with Zeus, their stand-in and coach.
Hey, Mr. Zeus. First, I just want to touch on the win you had yesterday against Renegades, but it was super, super close. I got scared we would be seeing like a 2016 Liquid or something, but luckily you were able to close it out at the end. What was the team starting to struggle with on the T side?
Once we got to 15-6, we just started making some basic mistakes, and it was all in the small details. One small detail in every round we started costing us. Renegade started with a 1v3 clutch from Nifty, and it just went on, but luckily Elysia and Twist were able to bail us out in that last round.
Well, still a win is a win, and overall Team Liquid at this E-League major has been doing better than I think some people might have expected given the stand-in situation, and even the one loss you guys had against FaZe was really close, 14-16, so are you guys surprised at all by how well it's going or no?
I wouldn't say surprised. We came in with no expectations, and it's been doing pretty well. We still felt pretty sad that we lost to FaZe because we had control of the match. But it's been a nice run so far. We've had our struggles since it's not a team. It would have been nice to have Steel here, and we feel sorry for him. Love you, Steel, bro. But hopefully we'll make it out and honor him like that.
Well, now it's day 4, and you're going to be going up against the notorious Vega Squadron. Yesterday, at the situation of being 2-0, they even almost took down G2. So what are your thoughts on their aggressive playstyle?
Vega, I've tried to watch them play. That is insane. These kids are... I'm proud of them even not knowing them because what they're doing here is quite fascinating. It's going to be a tough match for sure. I don't know much what to think. It's hard, but we took them before at Epicenter. Hopefully we can do it again today and qualify for the major.
Sounds good. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Good luck today.
Thank you, sir.
Right then, Henry, Team Liquid with a stand-in.
Yeah.
Been looking pretty good, all things considered.
I wasn't believing going into this tournament. Right?
Me either.
They're actually looking pretty fantastic, Rich. All things considered, the fact that he mentioned 16-14 against one of the world's absolute best, winning some big games here as well. I actually think they could do this today. Like, Vegas Squadron being the main talking point of this entire tournament so far. But I feel like the way Nitro is playing right now, Twist is looking fantastic, and Zeus is doing exactly what he has to, in the sense that he's dropping weapons when he has to. He's getting one frag. That's what he's aiming for, right? He's just making sure he plays calculated CS. Nothing too aggressive. Just hide in the positions where he can get one kills, back up his teammates, watch for the flanks, and just do everything he can to be that classic support player. And he's doing a fantastic role there, and obviously helping out with the in-game leading side of things, which he can do as he has a much more experience doing that department, and now he has full control and help Nitro out especially.
It's a very interesting, you know, way the Zeus has been playing. Half of his kills are with the CZ. I like it because a lot of times people point out to the weaker player on the team. They're like, yeah, he's the support. He is the support. Like, it's
no, literally.
Purest sense.
Financial support as well,
dropping guns, being the bait for his teammates, and that's why they are able to put themselves in positions to win games, right? He really does everything for the stars to shine. Nitro has emerged as a star of the team for this particular tournament, having a blinder of a tournament, and that gives you hope for Liquid, despite the whole standing situation. The rest of the team has enough firepower to carry them through some of these games. The question is, you know, how far can they actually go?
And it's got to be said, Yanko, they probably were hoping to dodge Vegas Squadron. I think a lot of people are right now, because this is a team, and you heard it from Zeus himself, you know, he's proud even though he doesn't know them. Like, he just blown away by how good they've played.
I think they have been very good, but to an extent deceptively good, right? In a sense that that game versus Renegades, the first one they won, Renegades making a lot of mistakes. Then the game against G2 that they ended up losing, sure, they were starting to mount a great comeback, but you know G2, they can get complacent. Vega was playing a very gambly style during that comeback. They were getting all the reads, right? That's a situation where you flip the coin. If you get the read, you're winning the round. If not, it's very difficult to you know, come back into that round. So obviously the game against FaZe being the outlier, how they dominated them on that map. But I believe that their style is a bit specific and distinctive, and I have faith in Zeus first and foremost, that he is going to be able to game plan properly against this.
He was out of here like a shot. As soon as that draw happened, he was straight out to the drawing board. Absolutely. Now, Henry, look, I will say this in regards to Vegas Squadron. You're dead inside. You don't get very excited about anything anymore.
Yeah, that's common knowledge.
Yeah, everyone knows that. But you've actually had flickers of life and been excited about Vegas Squadron, haven't you?
I just feel like the brand of Counter-Strike they're presenting at this tournament is exciting. It's very unique. I don't think many teams can replicate what they're doing right now, especially on the CT side. Every interview you've heard so far of people that have played against them is just like that aggressive Counter-Strike. Sure, a lot of teams have aggressive tactics in the book, but not as many as these guys have. It's not even so much methodical pre-planned stuff. It's just like they're confident when they hear a sound cue or they've got an opportunity to throw a flashbang and get stuck in, they'll take it every single time. And that's what's fascinating about them, that they make it work. Like, a lot of teams would be scared to do that. They'll think about, oh, if I die here, what's the consequence of my action? But the way they're playing, players like JR, the confidence they're having, and Hutchie especially, I feel like they're just hitting every single shot. They've got a lot of talent and firepower within this unit, and a lot of people are scared of them. And I think in this sort of environment where we talk about the Swiss format being so brutal, maybe they have a confidence factor that some other teams don't have.
Well, go on.
I feel something that we've neglected a little bit is
Roger that. Let's give it to them, boys. Smoke! Throwing a flashback. Flashback. Landing the bomb. Counter-terrorists win. Move it, son. Incendiary. Grenade. Throwing smoke. Incendiary out. Laying down smoke. Throwing flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Throwing a flashbang. Smoke. Grenade out. Throwing smoke. I'm throwing a flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Blending. Bomb has been planted. smoke. I'm throwing a grenade. Grenade. Molotov. Smoke! Throwing fire! Burn! Throwing flashbang! Smoke! Grenade! I am planting the bomb. Flashbang! Let's go, my brothers. Smoke! Throwing a flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang. I'm throwing a grenade. Flashbang. Throwing fire. Burn. Grenade. I'm throwing smoke. Flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang. Smoke! Molotov! Grenade! Planting. Bomb has been planted. Throwing smoke. Incendiary. Defusing the bomb. Defusing. Here we go. This is weird. Move it, move it. Flashback. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke. Grenade out. Incendiary out. Throwing flashback. Smoke. Throwing fire. Throwing fire. I'm throwing smoke. Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Throwing smoke. I am planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Defusing the bomb. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. We are out of here. I'm throwing smoke. Smoke! Smoke! Throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Throwing fire. Throwing smoke. Laying down smoke.